Namaskar, Adab, Sat Shri Akal. Welcome to the second video of HTML. Now I am going to create an HTML registration page. So let's start. So I am going to use Sublime as a text editor. So this time I am going to create an HTML registration page. To create HTML registration page, I am using Sublime as a text editor. HTML tag tells the browser that this is an HTML document. HTML tag usually consists of start and end tag. So this is an end tag. This one is start tag, and this one is end tag. Now, inside HTML, we write all the tags of HTML elements like head, title, body. So let me start with the head. Head is a tag. It usually consists all the element. It is like a container for all other elements such as title, meta, script, and many more. So head tag is container for all the head elements like title, meta, script, and many more. Title is used to title should have a closing tag. Inside head tag we use title tag. Title tag is used to set the title of web page. So let's see, in my case this is registration page. Close the title tag. Now let me check is it correct or not. So in Mozilla Firefox I am going to refresh the page, and I can see here this is a title of my page. Okay, so next I can write here meta tag, script tag. So right now I am going to left this as it is. Right now I am going to use body tag. So as I said, HTML tag usually consists of closing tag, end tag you can say, and this is a starting tag. Inside body tag we define document body. It contains all the contents of an HTML such as text, hyperlink, images, tables, etc. So right now I am going to write body element. So I am going to create a form. So there is a tag that is called form, and it has an attribute that is called action. Action will be used if I am using server-side programming, or I want to transfer this form data to some server-side program. I have put it empty action. Okay, so next I am going to create table. So inside HTML page we can also create table. So there is a tag that is called table, and we have to write closing tag of table, and then we can get width. Width is suppose I have given 450 pixels. Okay, now as we know every table has row and column. Okay, so if you required 2 columns and 1 row, so to create row we have a tag tr. TR stands for table row. So one tr will represent one row. Inside one row you can create multiple columns. So let me create first column. To create column we have a tag that is called td. Td stands for table data. So let me close this tag. Okay. If I want to create two columns, so I have to create two td. So I have created one row and two columns because my purpose is to create a form. So I have to take two columns here. So first is for label. Label is what? Label is just a tag defines a label for an input element. So label, and there is an attribute for, I have put it name. I am going to create label for name and written here name. It will be shown to the browser in your web page, and just close the label and just check it out. Just refresh the page, just save it, Control S and run, and just refresh the page, and you can see here this is a label. Okay, so one elements we have successfully created, that is called label. Next, in next I am going to create text field. So to create text field we have a tag that is called input, and an attribute we have to give type equal to text, right? It will be a text field. Okay, and then we have to give a name. So name is I have given name underscore text. Okay, that will be used in a server-side program if you want to fetch the value of that text. So leave it for now. Okay, and just close this tag. So there is another option to close this tag. Close any tag in HTML, just put / and angular bracket. Now this is closed. So let me check it is created or not. Save it and refresh. You can see here we have successfully created an HTML text field. Right now I am going to create another row for password. So tr is responsible to create row, and again I have to create two fields, one for password label and another for input type, that will be password. Td label for password right, and then close the label and close the td. That one column is created successfully, and you can check it out. Control S is used to save, and just refresh it. You can see here password where only one column has created because we have created only one td here. We have written only one td here, so that's why in the second row only one column is created. Now I am going to create second column. So td input type equal to password, name equal to pass underscore text. You may put any name here now, and close this and close the td as well. Save it and refresh it, and you can see here there is another text field is created. This is not a text field, it is a password field. You can check it out. It will be not visible if you write something, it will be not visible. Okay, so yeah, another thing, there is some other attribute as well of input tag. One attribute is type, another is name. I am going to use another attribute that is called max length. Max length can fix the character which we are going to input in that text field. Okay, so I am going to put here suppose 50. So 50 character we can put here. Okay, then size we can define the size of our text field. in pixel, that is a 30 pixel. Just save it and refresh it. You can see here size has increased. Okay, so next thing is same thing you can apply on a password, input type password. So max length I have given here is 50 and size is 30. Save it and refresh. You can see here we have given same max length and size, same size to both input type, so that's why it is looking same. Okay, so next thing is I am going to create same thing. Okay, suppose I want to create a contact number, email. Okay, so let me create same tr, third row, and td, label for equal to email, and I want to show in another case email. Again I have plus td input type equal to text because email is a text, and name equal to email text. Suppose max length, suppose 55, sorry 50, and size equal to 30. Okay, and just close it and close the td as well. Just save it and refresh. Okay, same thing we can put for contact number. Okay, so I'm going to copy and paste it. So contact number, okay, and contact number, and we can see here text, and I can rename here. If I use server-side programming, that it will help me a lot. Then I have even suppose 80 something, okay, or something. Suppose email will be of 80 character, maybe max character will be 80. So just save it, okay, and just refresh it. You can see here contact number, email, and we have successfully created. Okay, so email abc@gmail.com, contact number is, so we can see here that is a thing, pass and password is dropping. Okay, now next thing I am going to create radio button. So how we can create radio button? Just again start tr tag because we have to create another row. Then I am going to another column for suppose gender. I want to put gender. Okay, so again label for equal to gender, and put here gender, and then close the td. Okay, and again td, and I am going to put input type not text, not password, this time radio. Radio is responsible to create a radio button. Radio value equal to I put mail, name equal to, suppose I want to put whatever you want, suppose mail. Okay, and right now whatever you want to show, just put here and close the input, right? So in this case we have to close this way, okay, and close the td as well. Just save it and refresh it. You can see one radio button has created. Okay, so let me create another one. Just copy and paste or something. Just copy and paste these things. So this is for female, and right here female, right? and this is for transgender, transgender, and right here transgender, gender. Okay, and you can see here transgender, and save it and refresh it. You can see here 3 text field here we have successfully created. Okay, and that is on 3 columns, so we don't need to create 3 columns, we can put into 1 column. So just remove these TDs. Only 1 TD is enough for 3 radio button. Okay, so just remove. We will put only 1 TD. So this is 1 TD and this is end tag of TD, and there is only 1 TD. Inside 1 TD we have put it 3 radio button, so it will be. So just save it and refresh it. You can see here we have successfully created 3 radio buttons, and now I am going to tell you how to create combo boxes, yani drop down lists. Okay, so again I have to create another row. I have created successfully a row, then we have to create a column. Inside to create column we have used TT again, and label for, suppose I want to show the course list. Okay, so course list will be shown in drop down list. Okay, so label course list. Okay, so this is course list label. 1 column has completed. Let's save it and refresh it. Okay, now let's create another column, TD. Okay, again I have created TD, and inside TD I will create a drop down list. So how we can create drop down list in HTML? So there is one tag that is called select. Okay, select tag is responsible to create drop down list. Okay, you can put any name here, so I have to give in, suppose course list, right? Okay, that is not mandatory to put same label for, and select name and label for. So right now select name course list. I have to close the select. Okay, so select tag is responsible to create drop down list. So how we can create drop down list? So just save it and refresh it. Our drop down list has created all and has created successfully. So let me add some item into it. Okay, so I'm going to add item with a tag that is called option. Option is a tag that is used to put the item into drop down list. So I'm going to write select course. Okay, so this is the first element, that is a select course. Okay, so save it and refresh it. Select course is already created. Okay, and inside select course there is nothing, so let me create some other options. Okay, so option other than Java. Android. Okay, let me group these options. Okay, so how we can group these options? So we have a tag that is called opt group. Okay, so what is opt group? Opt group is a tag that will use to group related option in a drop down list. Okay, so let me put Java and Android into one opt group. Okay, and that will be a programming course. Okay, so opt group, and what we have to write? Label, and put the programming courses. Okay, so that will be in one opt group. Okay, so there is an option, So that is a section which is created. Just save it and refresh, and you can see here programming course Java Android. Okay, so now we can create similarly another one. Like I want to add networking courses here, so just put label as networking course. Networking. Yeah. Just remove it course. Just leave it programming and networking. It would be okay. And there is a course that is called MCSA, Concept of Networking. Another is CCNA, CCNP, CCI. These are networking parts. So just save it and you can refresh it and you can see these things. Programming is opt group, networking is opt group, Java is an option, Android is an option, and CS is an option. So opt group contain options tag. Opt group is used to group the related drop down items. Okay? Now another thing we are going to create before gender or before drop down list, I'm going to create another thing that is called address. So how we can create address? So tr, dtr, again dd, and label for address, and I have put it here address. So what tag is responsible to create address text field? So text fields are those which contains only single lines. But in case of address, we have to input multiple lines. So what we can do? So there is again I have to create a column. So let me create column. Again we have to create a new. We are going to learn a brand new tag that is called text area. Okay. So text area. Close this, and what we have to write, we have to give the type. It can input text, then you can put any name for it, and that will be used in server-side programming as I told you. And then max length, how much characters you want to add, maximum. So I have written here 1000. You can put anything according to you. Then you can give columns. In text area there is an attribute that is calls. I have put it here 32 columns. That is not mandatory. You can give anything, any column according to your requirement. 32 rows. Inside rows we have to put how many rows you want to create in text area. So I have written 6 and just save it. Okay. So this is successfully created. Okay, so just let's run it. You can see here address. Okay, according to you can adjust the things. Suppose it is not adjusted, it is not look like good. So what I am going to do, I am going to reduce the columns. Okay, so what I can do here, I am going to play it 30. Let me see what it happened. Yeah, 30 columns. Okay, again I am going to put suppose 20. It will be too less. 20 is not good. I have to put suppose 25. Let's have it. 25. I'm going to put 23. And here we can, we have done it. Okay, so we can put here. There is a form which we have created, that is general form, which is required in a website. Okay, so right now I'm going to create a button. Okay, so how we can create button? So just add. There is one row that is for drop down list. After drop down list, I'm going to add button. Okay, so again I have to create tier, one row and one button. td. What is the tag for button? Again input type equal to, this time I am going to create button, so I have to put submit. It will be button. Okay, value, whatever text, whatever caption you want to put, we want to keep for this button. So I want to keep it submit again. Okay, and just close this. Okay, and just close this td. Okay, so now just refresh it, you can see here, and there is submit button. Okay, I want to put it into center, so what do I do? Okay, so for right now I can keep it here, not worry. For right now that is good. Now I want to draw a border outside this form. Okay, so how I can create border? Okay, so there is a tag that is called FieldSet. Okay, FieldSet tag is responsible to draw a box around the elements. Okay, so FieldSet tag, how we can use it? So FieldSet, and you can also apply some style on it. The style is an attribute that is common for all the elements, mostly style, and we can put here, I want to put border with 400 pixel, and just close the FieldSet. And I want to draw a border, draw a box, and put all element inside this box. So just close the FieldSet here. All form will come under this box. Okay, let's save it and run it. You can see here there's a box here. Okay, you can also change the color as well. Okay, so this depend on you. So right now I'm going to create a caption here. Okay, so how we can create caption inside border? Okay, so there's a tag that is called legend. Okay, so legend, and again I can use style. I want to change the color of border. I want to change the color of caption actually. So color red, and this time I have put it here PlayStation form. Okay, this will be caption for your border, your form border. Okay, let me run it. You can see here there's an registration form, that it is looking cool, right? So listen, okay, now I am going to put all the things into center. So how I can do? There is another tag that is called div. Div is used to define the division of a. You can put all the things into a block, invisible block. So div is an invisible block, like, okay, div, and what we do? Div align is an attribute used in div. I want to put all the things into a block and put that block into center. Okay, so div, where I will close the div. So I will close div here because I want to put all the things into div, and div will be aligned into center. Okay, so let me refresh it, and you can see here. Okay. So this is the thing which we have to use, and we have successfully created our web page.
Okay, I hope you guys got something out of this. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, please like this video for moral support and give a strong punch on subscribe button. Have a nice day. Jai Hind. Happy coding.